What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. It's your boy T-John, and get ready for another supercharged ride through the Wrestleverse because it is time for your rundown. All right, guys. So, as you guys know, we're going to be talking about that SmackDown episode that happened last night, and it was pretty good. I don't have any complaints this one. It's got some interesting developments that I can't wait to talk to you guys about. So let's get right into it. So the very first match, we finally got to see Sami Zayn get what he has coming to him. I mean, he shouldn't have been talking trash 3 weeks ago, and he's been ducking the wreck from Drew McIntyre forever. So they finally put a steel cage so he can't run. He does his damnedest, though, to try to run away, but it's just not happening this time. Drew McIntyre is just having his way with him. He almost escapes, though. I will say that. Sami almost gets out. Drew grabs him by his hair, brings him back into the ring, hits him with that Claymore kick that he's just been ducking for weeks now. But it's finally over with, Sami. You finally got the ass whooping that you've been ducking, and it's done. So it's fine. Sometimes it's just better to get it over with. And that was all I was thinking this whole time. Like, finally, we can put this behind us and Sami can move on too. So Drew gets the win. Sami gets a deserved ass whooping. And we got to see a steel cage match as the first match. I have no complaints. Next, though, we see Happy Corbin prancing around with Madcap Moss's trophy. He's ready to destroy it. Calls on a guard to come bring him a sledgehammer. Madcap Moss shows up in disguise, comes out ready to beat Happy Corbin's head in with that sledgehammer, and Happy Corbin tries to run away, gets his ass whooped instead for a little bit, and reunited, and it feels so good. Madcap Moss gets his trophy back, which is all he really wanted in the first place. Moral of the story, don't fuck with his trophy. Let him have nice things too. But next, this photo was freaking hilarious to me, and I'm so glad I got this. Super weird pin, like this variation that happened and put Ricochet in a very compromising position. But I mean, a pin is a pin. He ends up pinning Shanky, and I mean, I guess that's all that matters. So even though it was a little sus, can't be mad at it. But the big thing about this is that Shanky and Jinder Mahal are now at odds, and it looked pretty bad. Shanky ended up walking away after putting his hand in Jinder's face. So looks to me like this is another split that's about to happen. Ready for that. That'll be kind of interesting. Next, we see Raquel Rodriguez make her debut finally into SmackDown. And of course, it's a squash match. Why wouldn't it be? It's her first match. You got to give her something, right? So we see her get an easy win against an opponent that I have no idea who her name is. I've never seen her before, but hey, that's normally how they do the squash matches, right? So I'm just glad to see Raquel doing something in SmackDown. So let's see if they give her a story or something. Now, this was very, very cool. My favorite part of the night. The Usos and RK Bro are there for a contract signing, but everything goes to hell very fast. I mean, super fast. Like, there was the table went flying. They just get their ass whooped. Even Roman Reigns showed up and ripped the contract and stuffed it in Riddle's mouth in a semi-erotic way. It was super weird to watch at this point. But then Drew McIntyre comes out of nowhere to save them from this beatdown. And then Roman and the Usos run away. But you already know what these kind of pictures mean. When you see 3 people in the ring and 3 out, that means we have a 6-man tag team match coming. And it has been announced, thanks to Paul Heyman intimidating Adam Pearce, that we will have a 6-man tag team match for the title unification for the tag team belts at Backlash. So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. That's going to be a really dope match. But next up, Naomi absolutely destroys Shayna Baszler. There's no other way to say it. A super easy win for Naomi, but you know, Natalya is a sore loser, and she just goes to work on Naomi. Sasha Banks tries to save her, ends up in the sharpshooter, and then Shayna gets in on the action and damn near breaks Naomi's wrist. So, you know, they don't go out clean. This was a super, controversial thing, but this wasn't something that anybody wasn't expecting, I guess, except Team Glow. Next, Come on, man. How many more times do we have to see Sheamus and Ridge and Butch go against the New Day? Are we going to see this until Big E comes back? Because I'm kind of tired of it, and I know you guys are too. But after a pretty, it wasn't a good sell. This pin that Xavier Woods did, his little roll up, it just wasn't a good variation. It just didn't work out. But he did get the pin. And Ridge Holland once again gets embarrassed. Sheamus comes to the rescue in an impromptu match with Kofi Kingston, which is inherently better than the one that we just saw, obviously. But, Sheamus, of course, gets the win over Kofi Kingston. And then they add some more brutality by throwing Xavier Woods into a table. Now, again, I'm pretty tired of seeing this. Can we just all move on from this fight? I think we've seen this match now since February. So I think it's done. I think they've ran this one into the ground. They can move on. Until Big E comes back, they can stop this nonsense. Have Butch fight Ridge Holland or something at this point. Make it interesting, because this is ridiculous. So now we have the main event. The whole thing was the Beat the Clock challenge to make their opponents quit. Ronda Rousey has Shotzi say I quit in 1 minute and 41 seconds. Charlotte Flair was unable to do that with Aaliyah, because Aaliyah is tough as nails, and you see Ronda Rousey in the corner with that smug face as Charlotte Flair tries to hit her figure 8. Of course, Charlotte Flair is then embarrassed, goes after my boy, poor Drew Gulak, who gets slapped up and then smacked with the ring because he don't know how to ring the bell, according to Charlotte Flair. And that's how your night ended, guys. So that's all I got for you guys for your rundown for SmackDown. Like I said, I enjoyed it, but I also think that, that whole, the New Day and Sheamus and Ridge, that thing, it can die now. We've seen it now time and time again. You can only run something in the ground but for so long. But I do like the implications of that 6-man tag team match. I like the story behind it because, all the rumors are that Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns are now going to be the big feud. I'm cool with that. But, yeah, man, kind of the same stuff. And I hate what they're doing to Shotzi. Shotzi's a great wrestler. So that sucks, of course. But other than that, I'll give you guys my ratings. I think you guys know what my rating's going to be. But let's do it anyway. Going with 5 for Fight Forever. 4, this is awesome. 3, you still got it. 2, what? And 1, boring, don't watch. You're better off watching me or one of my co-hosts do our thing. Sorry, I short-circuited there when I was doing the ratings. I don't know what happened there. But I'm going to give this one a 3. It's just a safe, easy thing to do. Just give it a 3. There was nothing super special about it. It had some interesting moments, some funny stuff, some cool stuff. But then, of course, there's some boring stuff. And the crowd was not feeling half of that. They weren't really feeling the steel cage match. They definitely weren't feeling the New Day and Sheamus and Ridge Holland thing. That's for sure. I ain't heard a crowd that dead in a while. So, not looking that good, bro. Not looking that good. But, there's some pretty good implications, like I said, for Backlash. So that's what we're all going to be looking for anyway, especially if it's a real pay-per-view thing. Come on, man. You got to make that stuff interesting. But that's all I got, guys. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Take It to the Ring. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, TTR Wrestling and Take It to the Ring. We got All Real Crew tonight. We'll also be doing the AEW Rampage rundown. Shoot, we got a lot of stuff. Oh, and in the mix tomorrow because we got UFC tonight. So, with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys then for all the future stuff because we're going to be covering it all. But until then, guys, it's your boy T-John. Thank you guys for watching. Keep it real.